What's good, guys? Welcome back to this first section of November's manga hauls. Today I have a nice thick little haul with a couple of new things, couple of things I'm picking up as they're coming out, and also let's end off with another figure this time. Got really into Nendroid, so if you have any guesses on what Nendroid I got, leave them down below in the comment section. And yeah, just pause the video, do that right now. You know, some little viewer interaction. But yeah, Nendroids have gotten quite addicting because they have pretty much every character under the sky, and yeah, they do a really good job. Even though I used to not be a big fan, but that was mainly because of the price. But I ripped that band-aid off and just kind of started ordering a lot of them. But let's get into what you guys really are here for, the manga. So starting off, Undead Unlock Volume 9. It's been a while since we got a new volume of this, I think. Or maybe I just haven't read it. My TBR box is double stacked and bigger than ever. I am very far behind on everything. So bear over with me. I will get around to it eventually. Bit of a reading slump right now. We'll get back to it. Next up is Higehiro. After being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway, Volume 5. There's a light novel for this. Stick with that. Or watch the anime if you're interested. It's surprisingly tame, which is nice. It's an interesting story, but yeah, definitely not for everybody. Next up is one of my ongoing favorites, Frieren Beyond Journey's End, Volume 6. Absolutely love this series. A great spin on the shonen fantasy genre that deals a lot with the perception of time and emotional growth, and has some decent action every now and then. Next up is Twin Star Exorcist. I have yet to read a single volume of this, but I keep picking them out. Bakemonogatari, as the same as Twin Star Exorcist. I bought this because Base Senpai was recommending it, and I trust his opinions. And usually the covers are absolutely bangers. I do not like this cover. This cover is kind of ugly. Next up is Slice of Life, Peak Fiction right here, Laid Back Camp, Volume 12. Sorry about that. Next up is a new series by 7 Seas that's been, I think it was delayed, but Candy and Cigarettes. I think it was Uchu Shelf who recommended this, and I also trust his opinions in manga, so gonna be checking this out. It looks very interesting, and I mean 7 Seas publish a lot of cool stuff. Next up is a new Viz title, Yosakura Family. Heard good things about this. No idea what it's about story-wise, but I think this was one of the ones that became a digital first, and then eventually was brought over to print, which is I think it's the first time that's happened with this. Usually they stick the series that they do not believe will sell well enough to keep around in the digital only releases. Next up is How Do We Boring. I don't know why I keep picking this up, but yeah, it is what it is. And next up is finally another volume in one of the Holy Trinity series, the Holy Text, The Witches of Artemis, Volume 3. Excited to see where this goes. Been a while since we had a volume of this come out. And then finally, Volume 8 of Soul Eater, the Snake Mummy cover. I mean, they've been coming out so slow with these ones. Like this, have been pre-ordered for like a year. And then Kakegurui, Volume 15. Wonder when this series will end. Blue Cock, Volume 3. That's okay. Would much rather have Arashi. The Geek Caveman Volume 2. Still have yet to read Volume 1, but looks fun. Record of Ragnarok Volume 4. Super overhyped series. Great action, but super overhyped. And then I'm trying out Inuyashiki because my usual retailer just got an entire set in, so bought Volume 1 to try it out, see if it's something for me, and if it is, I'll buy the entire set. Alright, now to the figure. And if any of y'all guessed another Kakashi Nendoroid, you were right. This is the big one with like 3 faceplates and Chidori up here. This has all the bells and whistles, and the box is absolutely massive, but yeah, it's the OG Kakashi. Whereas I already have the Anbu Kakashi, so this is gonna look nice on the Naruto shelf. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna cut here and then insert whenever I have more manga to show off. What's good, guys? Welcome back to this section. I was almost about to do the regular intro because it's been a few days, but got another package in, actually 2 packages, some games and some manga. This section of the manga haul is like has a lot of manhwa actually, and a nice reprint and some new and some ongoing stuff and some new stuff. So yeah, let's just get into it. First off, I went against my better judgment and bought Beyond the Promised Neverland. I usually don't like buying these anthology things or one-shots in general, but this apparently has some canon stuff towards the end, so it's gonna fit like perfectly on the shelf too, where I house the rest of the Promised Neverland. So I was okay with picking this up. I wouldn't mind getting to see a bit more of the cast, so we'll see what it's all about. But I heard it's a lot of random stuff, and then there's a little subsection of canon stuff. But yeah. Next up is Fly Me to the Mid, Volume 14. How this has so many volumes and still ongoing is beyond me, but oh well. Let's save some of the new stuff for later. Hinamatsuri 17. Not much I can say on that, as I haven't read it yet, but I've only heard good stuff from people I trust. One Punch Man, Volume 24, finding another volume out. Gotta love One Punch Man. Love one-story writing, and apparently he's going to be writing a new story, which is great. Samurai, The Elusive Samurai, Volume 3, still have not gotten around to reading this. I've been in a massive reading slump lately, so I've read no manga basically for the past 2 or 3 months, but I'm gonna get back on it. Next up is a new manhwa, Heavenly Demon Reborn. Absolutely atrocious graphic design choice that they've done by putting this on there as not a sticker but part of the cover. That they haven't learned that the consumers absolutely hate this. The same with the fucking Netflix logo. Like, get that shit off. If you want to do it, shrink back the book and put it on there, but don't permanently put it on there. Also, my copy came a little bit scratched up, but it's okay. And as it's a manhwa, it's fully colored, and the art is rather simplistic, but actually, this might not be a manhwa. Maybe this is... No, it should be manhwa. It's either manhwa or Chinese manga. I don't remember the word for that. This reminds me of a different series I'm currently reading. That's Gansu. Next up, I got the reprint of No Longer Human. Like everybody else, heard it's a great story, so wanted to check that out. Not sure why it's flipped like a real book, like the old Dark Horse translations, but oh well. New series that's out in print by 7 Seas, Ayakashi Triangle. Excited to check that out. New series by Viz, Blue Box. Heard that's really good. A volume that I've been anticipating for a long while that's just been delayed a couple times, The Break of Volume 4. Absolutely love the first 3. So I can see Heavenly Demon Reborn is also made by Ablaze Manga, which is great. They put out some quality books. Like, these things are hefty, like very heavy. Actually, let's do the third Ablaze Manga book, Zombie Makeout Club. Know nothing about this, but I tend to pick up anything that looks super interesting, and this looked interesting. It's a bit thin, but the price is also lower, and I can't really... This is made by someone named Peter Richardson, it seems. Interesting. So it might just be a graphic novel, but it was kind of sold as it was. It's probably manhwa adjacent, so kind of like, what's that French one called? I don't know what I'm talking about. It's the Viz series that's French and doesn't have a top logo. Orient Volume 10, banger cover, but story is uber mid. And next up is another Nagatoro volume. Great to see. Nagatoro's great. Don't be swayed by other people who can't handle the bullying in the first episode. Just keep watching or keep reading. It's really, really mellowed out. And I got the reprint of Vagabond Volume 4. So Volume 2 should be assigned to me. So then I'll have the up-to-date set. This is a Chinese reprint, just if you guys care. It's not an Italian reprint, so they're actually really great quality. So hopefully it holds up and doesn't crack, but I'm pretty careful with my books, so it is what it is. So a lot of good manga there, a lot of big oversized books. Now to the last thing. This is gonna date the clips because these games just came out, Violet and Scarlet, and I bought the European dual pack with the steelbook. So yep, I got my Switch over here ready for me to play, so I'm gonna sign off and go explore Paldea. Although I gotta say, those graphics are kind of yucky. HD Pokemon in the RuneScape overworld. What can you do? It is what it is. Anyways, guys, see you guys in the next clip. What's good, folks? Third part of this video, probably the last one. Unless I go manga shopping tomorrow. Not quite sure about that at this point, but who knows. So this is a good stack of new manga. A couple of old things. Finally completed a set that I've been looking to complete for a while. And yeah, some more entries in series that I really enjoy. So let's just get right into it with manga series that I shouldn't be picking up. Rent a Really Shy Girlfriend. You know my thoughts on this. Don't really like it. The series, the franchise overall, but this is at least a breath of fresh air following I don't even know her name, the Shy Ones story instead of the two main characters for a little while. So at least it's a break in between the regular shenanigans. Picked up volume 2 and 3 of Inuyashiki. I've been meaning to check this out. My retailer had a full restock, so now I've got the first 3 volumes. I'll get around to reading it eventually, trying it out. You know how it goes. Next up, I broke one of my personal manga buying rules to just try and stay away from one-shots. So I bought Shusho Sumi's Avant-Garde Yumiko. So I think that's 2 or 3 one-shots in this haul, but I don't know. Shusho Sumi is a great mangaka, so can't really go wrong with that. So I'm not too bothered about picking this up, but mainly it's because I forgot to delete my pre-order. So here we are. Next up is a little nostalgia series, Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest. Gotta pick up the Fairy Tail volumes as they come out. Got the complete set, an up-to-date set of Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest. Haven't started reading this one yet, but I'm a big fan of Hiro Mashima, so I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna like it regardless. It's just dumb shonen fun. Speaking of dumb shonen, you have Orient Volume 11. So this series is getting quite lengthy at this point, honestly. I'm not sure how much longer to go on. I haven't been reading the last couple volumes, I believe. So, yeah. No, it's time to start reading again when you're now 3 volumes behind on the Masho physicals. Like, I need to get my shit together and just continue reading. Right, next up is Berserk Volume 41. Been picking this up like everybody else. It's the last volume that was worked on by Kentaro Miura, so it's a rather thin volume, but it is what it is. Not much you can do about that. Rest in peace to him. And yeah, I'm a little sad about it being the old, like the new bubble size, but what can you do? And to complete my set of Vagabond, this finally came back in stock. I think these are, for anybody who cares, they are, yeah, these are printed in China. So if you like the thick white, like stiffer white paper, these will be right up your alley. They seem to be pretty much identical to the American first print ones, but yeah. Just for anybody who's wondering and it's taking Twitter's opinion at face value, all the publishers are using out of printers, overseas printers now for reprints, and that's just how it's gonna be for the going forward. Sorry to say, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you care about consistency with your quality and so on, then you gotta look into that. But yeah, it's nothing new. It's been going on ever since COVID hit, and they had to expand printing services because the American printers just weren't cutting, and they were too caught up printing stuff to do reprints, and demand was too high, so they just did what they had to do. And this has been using Italy and China for these. Seven Seas has been using China, so if you have a lot of Seven Seas books, you've been noticing some of the reprints might be like super stiff compared to the OG prints. But yeah, it is what it is. It's not a big deal, but some people might get a little bit butthurt, and I see a lot of people over dramatizing it on Twitter. So yeah, just be aware, but don't be a bitch about it. So Psalm 100, Volume 8. I absolutely love this series. Fantastic, great fun. Love zombies. Characters are great. And the covers are absolutely beautiful. Like, look at that. It's Halloween inspired, which is a bit sad. I think this might have been delayed for a bit. And came out a month too late. Next up, Volume 6 of Asadora. I've been waiting for a new volume of Asadora forever. I'm really loving this series. Like, Naoki Osawa still got it. I really hope that someday they find a way to bring over Billy Bat and some other stuff that he has that hasn't been printed in English, because I absolutely love his story writing. He is a great mystery writer, and yeah, what can I say that y'all don't really know? So, Blue Parrot Volume 10. Kind of funny considering this manga was attempted to be cancelled a while back, but it's still going. I'm pretty sure the anime has been renewed. But yeah, just there was a lot of drama there, but mangaka's still chucking along, just making that bread, you know. It is what it is. And last, but somewhat not least, is the penultimate Shaman King omnibus. So there's one left, and that's going to be a 2-volume one with the revised ending, with the true ending. So I think it was either 32 or 33 volumes, the OG ending of Shaman King, and then Takei came back and redid it because he stopped being salty. But yeah, that's a rather small haul compared to what I usually bring on here, but there are 2 other parts, so it isn't really that small. It's just spread out over 3 days. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll stick around for the future. Actually, before I go, I might be trying to do sometime a Christmas thing with like more uploads. Might do some top 5 series or something like that. You know, if you have any suggestions, leave it down below in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys what you want to know. I'll gladly talk shit about anything, honestly. So, you know, leave some suggestions down below, and I'll have a look at what you guys want to see from me. But yeah, you guys just keep chucking along and have a good day. Bye.